In the Holy Scriptures, the Lord has counseled his saints to not be overbearing, but to be bold. And what he means by that is not be bold in the sense of be bad, but be bold in the sense of be courageous, be fearless, defend and be strong, and do things that are difficult, show nobility of character and virtue in our actions. So this invitation to live boldly, to live a bold life, to live a daring life, in a gospel sense, is to have the courage to face our demons, our Goliaths, to face our difficulties with courage and faith and determination, to be strong, to be persistent and consistent in doing what's right. It's also to have the courage to speak the truth and to be a genuine friend to others, to speak the honest truths that the Lord puts into our hearts. To have that boldness of life is to set high goals and high standards and to push ourselves to reach for high expectations, to take the high road, not to settle into comfortable complacency, but to do those things which are pleasing to the Lord. And in the Book of Mormon, for example, we know that Alma and Ammon and Aaron and the other brethren went to the missionaries, went as missionaries to the Lamanites. That was a risky move. They were going to face persecution. They were going to face the risk of death. They were going to face incarceration and thirst and hunger and fatigue and opposition. But they still went. They went because they took the high road, the hard road, the difficult path. They took the challenge. They were more concerned about the salvation of the Lamanites than they were about their own comfort, more concerned about pleasing God than about pleasing themselves or being safe or having an easy life. And I've often thought about this, that the gospel really is an adventure. It's a means of inviting us to a higher path, a nobler life, a more determined destiny. And it exacts much from us. It asks much from us. But because it asks so much, it gives so much. It gives bounteously and abundantly. And so to live a daring life in a gospel sense, to live by high standards, to do the hard things, to pray fervently, to fast sincerely, to pay our tithing with a joyful anticipation that we are building God's kingdom, to serve as missionaries and to serve in other callings when it's inconvenient, when it's hard, when we're tired, when we're lonely, when we're frustrated, when we're afraid. These are the blessings that come into our lives as we choose to live a bold life, a Christ-like life, a distinctive life, a life that is different from the world, a life that requires courage and uniqueness. And it is a unique life, especially in our day and age, where the life of following Christ as a disciple is seen as weird, increasingly outdated, increasingly illogical, increasingly strange. And it's good to be strange, it's good to be weird, it's good to be different in that gospel sense of being a royal people, a holy nation, a peculiar people. And so to live a bold life, to be courageous in defending the faith, to stand up for truth, to expect difficult things to happen, but that you will persist through them, and to demand a good effort, to demand of yourself that you push yourself to do better and to be better and to speak the truth to others. And also I've been struck by this fact that not only are we to live boldly, but we are to teach boldly. We are to teach the doctrines of God. Those doctrines aren't popular, and they are not easy, but they are great. And as we gravitate towards the greatness of the gospel, we are encouraged to reach out in sharing that message with others, to share the bold message, to declare the bold testimony, to raise our voice in defense of truth. And the Lord will empower us to speak by way of invitation, by way of encouragement, by way of testimony. And it will rarely, if ever, be easy. But how powerful it is, how wonderful it is to live boldly and to teach boldly, to testify firmly, to share with assurance, and to defend our faith by our words, and not be afraid to be a light, not be afraid to be an example, not afraid to be seen and to be known. I'm so grateful for these principles. I'm grateful that the Lord wants us to live and teach boldly, and to dare to be different, dare to be better, dare to be holy and to be distinctive, and for the right reasons. How grateful I am for these marvelous truths.